Alright, well, I've used riding with James to do a lot of things. I've used it to talk about a lot of YouTube stuff. Of course, that's, as I've said before, I think I've said before, I live alone, so I don't have anybody to bounce things off of. So a lot of this ends up being YouTube related. I've ranted, I've complained, as I said, probably said things that you didn't want to hear in the first place. And of course, now I'm going to use it as a channel announcement. So this will probably be a pretty short one.
Whatever!
As you know, last week, Pickle, aka the world's craziest trucker, aka Pickle, came into our hometown. And of course, he was coming to see Amy and Laney, really, from what's paranormal, and of course, they didn't have a way around town, and I just went ahead and tagged along with them, and got to meet Pickle as well. And we took him to, well, we ended up taking him to 3 different locations. One was just kind of a spur-of-the-moment stop. Another is a place we went back to that we had done a video on previously, and that place is a place I've been to a lot of times. And then a third place, the last place, was, I know Amy and Laney had been out there for an investigation once before. I'd never been out there to investigate. I'm sure I drove through that area at one time or another, but it's probably back in the day, and so that's what we're going to have this week. We're going to have Pickle week. I'm just going to go ahead and post all 3 videos this week, which that's kind of the schedule I'm trying to get on now, is 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm always tinkering. I'm always trying to find the best way for me to do this. I think I finally landed on it. But I think that's probably what I said before too. But I've kind of, well, I won't get too deep into that right now, but I've always been wanting to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, and it wasn't really possible up until just recently. So I said, okay, we're going to go ahead and try Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we're going to have this one later on today. We'll post the first video, which is out at the old Spanish Fort Cemetery. We did an investigation out there before, but it was a nighttime investigation, and it was so dark you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face. And then there was an old house that I've driven past, you know, I don't even know how many times over the years. I've always looked at it and said, boy, that's a really cool looking house. And we just decided, okay, well, let's just stop and go inside. It was not a paranormal investigation, and I'm not going to present it as one since we didn't really investigate. It was just an abandoned location thing. But we did pick some stuff up in there, and we'll get to that later. And then finally, the Belknap Bridge, which is where a girl was murdered years ago. Okay, and to close it out, just to kind of fill things out a little bit, I'm going to tell a joke. Pickle walks into a bar with a duck on his head. The duck's got one eye, cracked bill, his feet are all just dirty and got crap all over him, stuff matted up in his feathers. He's just this god-awful looking creature. The bartender looks up and says, "Good grief, where'd you get that ugly thing?" Duck says, "YouTube, they got millions of them."